It's raining very hard outside now. The winds come up as well here at the Village Green. It's not dampened the spirits though. We've seen a good contest here between the Hungarian Nagy up against Francis, who catches his man now with a left hook, follows it up with a right cross, and Francis now starting to assert himself. He needs to. He catches Nagy with a beautiful swinging left hook, flush on the jaw, but the Hungarian is back in there, trying to show that he hasn't been hurt. Little ring craft and just presses his man into the rope, and Darryl Rubin separates them.
Well, I think Nagy was hurt with that left hook. Remember, that is Francis's best punch. If he catches Nagy flush with it, he could end this fight abruptly.
Francis ulwa kahle kakhulu kulo mzukuzwano wesihlanu, useke wabamba laphana uJoseph Nagy ngenkunzi laphana ye-left hook yahlala emhlathini flasha, waphoxeka ukuthi abambelele laphana uNagi. Awubheke nje lama combinations aphakathi laphana ngaphakathi, usebenza kahle kakhulu laphana yebo uFrancis. Kodwa ngolunye uhlangothi laphana umfana laphana uJoseph Nagy umshaya isibhakela obonakala ngempela enekhona. Awubheke nje ukuthi uziphendulela kahle kanjani, bayatrade bamile bathende ethu.
Hungarian getting off and teeing off with some good shots. Fighting on the inside. I think the spoils are evenly spread between these two.
Yeah, there's little to choose between them, Brian. Both men willing to trade, go toe-to-toe. Get the impression Nagy perhaps just edging ahead on points. But of course, that should come as no surprise, because Francis invariably comes from behind to win his fights. Very seldom does he establish an early points lead.
And he's got a slight cut on the lip, and the right eye of the Hungarian, just above the right eye and below it, there's a slight cut there, nothing serious at all. And there, Francis tees off with a tremendous right hand as the bell goes to end the round.
Some ice there, please.
Nagyon jó. Okosan, nem engedett, hogy boxoljon. De mikor ott vagy a közelébe, akkor ne engedd, hogy olyan sokat tudjon ütni. Érted? Figyelsz rá? Próbálj egy picit lépni hátra.
Well, the fifth was an action-packed round, and in the replay we'll see some of the punches that were traded. That was a big right hand from Francis, and that came just before the bell, and I don't think there's any question about it. It really hurt Nagy.
Second down, round number 6.
So we're halfway through this fight then as we start the 6th round. Darryl Rubin just sends Francis to a neutral corner as he clears the Hungarian's cornermen. Little swelling under the right eye of the man from Budapest, Jozsef Nagy.
Well, that's testimony to the left hooks and the left jabs from Francis. Francis does have a very useful left hook, but he clipped Nagy with a very good right hand in the 5th, and that shook him up badly, Sam.
Umzuliswano ungowesithupha, kanti-ke bamiselwe emzuliswano eyishumi nambili. Impi yokubanga Inter-Continental W Middleweight title asiphethwe umuntu lesisicoco uRoland Francis laphana obonakala esalela kancane nje ngemuva laphana ngamaphuzu kwelo ukuthi laphana uJoseph Nagy umfana wase eBudapest eHungary une-hand speed laphana, ngakolunye uhlangothi laphana uFrancis laphana ushaya ibhakela ezinamandla amakhulu. Siyamazi-ke kodwa nokho ukuthi ungumathela muva okwembumba laphana uFrancis abheke laphana emhlaba kunyakaza ikhanda laphana, awubheke liphinde laphana izibhakela ezinde laphana ehlala zinyakazise ikhanda lakhe laphana umfana waseBudapest. Ngikhumbuze uFrancis waseNingizimu Afrika uRoland uflathele ikhamera yethu njengamanje ufake lapha isikhindi esimnyama, kanti-ke umfana uJoseph Nagy ufake isikhindi esiluhlaza okwesibhakabhaka. Sise-Village Green eThekwini lapho lidliva khona imvula.
Well, France is now beginning to win the exchanges on the inside. And that's a good sign for South African fans, because it takes a while for Francis to get into his stride. And it really looks that here in round 6, he's beginning to pick up his work rate.
Well, it's the Hungarian now who gets off a couple of combinations, tries to go through with the left hook, follows it up with a straight right. Francis now trying to get the combination going. That has confused this Hungarian at stages in this fight when he's led off with the right hand. Scores with a nice uppercut. Some good exchanges on the inside between these two.
Yes, there have been some very good exchanges in this round, but I get the impression that Francis is winning these exchanges, just scoring with the better blows close up.
There he led with two beautiful straight lefts that went through. He slips then as he tries to throw the right. Nagy coming back with a couple of good body shots of his own. Now, Francis tees off. He throws himself off balance as he throws the second of those combinations. The first did land, but not the second.
Yes, Brian, I'm a little bit worried about Francis. He's showing signs of frustration.
Well, that's the usual pattern, Sam. He seems always to have to come from behind to win his fights. I don't know why, but that seems to be the usual pattern.
All right, we'll be back straight after this.
Super, super.
Well, as we start round 7 in the second half of this fight, I can tell you this fight is balanced on a knife edge. I've got Francis perhaps 1 point up, but it could even be the other way, Sam.
Yebo, umzuliswano wesithupha uphelela phana uFrancis laphana ekhombisa izimpawu zokukhathazeka laphana umphefumulo wakhe ufuna ukuyekelela. Ngakolunye uhlangothi laphana asikwazi ukufunda ubuso buka Jozsef obonakala ehlasela laphana ezibhekela ezinamandla. Awukwazi ukumbona noma esenkathazweni noma engekho enkathazweni. Kodwa-ke uFrancis laphana ucala kahle ubonakala efresh kulo mzuliswano ekhombisa. Asazi-ke bamisele laphana imzuliswano eyishumi nambili. Umbango wesitho laphana-ke ubecrossa laphana nge-right laphana uFrancis yahlala yagcwala laphana emhlathini wale ndoda ekhombisa ukungakhathazeki ithatha ibhakela ezinamandla laphana laphana i-combination kaJozsef Nagy.
Well, you didn't have to understand Hungarian to realize that during the break, the cornermen in the Hungarian's corner were telling him to throw the combinations, to actually stay on top of his man, and that's exactly what he's doing here at the start of this round. He's frustrated Roland Francis. He's really frustrated him. As you said, Sam, he started to look frustrated towards the end of the last round, but certainly in this round, the Hungarian has taken the fight to him and pummeled him in the opening exchanges, as he does there again.
Well, I think the important aspect here, Brian, is that Nagy is beating Francis to the punch, throwing twice as many blows and invariably scoring.
I think Francis is confused. I think when this man came into the fight and they looked at the record and they saw he had fought twice for his national title and he wasn't able to win it, they thought, well, it might just be a little easier than what they expected. They knew he was the IBF Inter-Continental champion, but certainly he has given Francis everything that Francis thought he would not be receiving here today.
Yes, I must admit he's come as a real surprise, and he's fighting very, very well here in the 7th round.
yebo okuyosiza la kuyoya ngokuthi ikhona lika Roland Francis likwazi kangakanani laphana ukuvuselela umoya. uFrancis ubonakala laphana ekhathala ngase ekuqaleni kwe-career yakhe wayehlushwa laphana istamina. Sake sakhuluma nekhona lakhe ngokwedlule uRoland Francis basitshela ukuthi sebekwazile laphana ukuba neprogram uhlelo lokuthi balungise istamina laphana sika Francis. Asazi-ke la ukuthi u-12 round uzobona yini uqala ukukhombisa laphana impawu laphana ze-frustration zokukhathazeka komqondo.
Well, France has been out-punched in this round. This is a big, big round for Nagy. And even though he takes that left hook, look how well he took it.
All right, still action to come here at the Village Green. We'll be back straight after this.
In die wedloop van die lewe verdien ons kinders 'n gelyke kans. Ons gee hulle ons beste, maar teen ons wil soms ook ons swakste. Sommige se erfenis is retinitis pigmentosa. Ander sal makulêre degenerasie van hulle ouers erf. Sonder genesing sal duisende binnekort blindheid in die gesig staar. Ons wedloop is teen tyd en die pas moet versnel. Die RP Stichting se verbintenis tot navorsing kan die verskil beteken tussen klein treetjies en reuse spronge. Vir 'n blink toekoms ondersteun die RP Stichting in die stryd teen blindheid.
Right, it's raining, it's pouring, but certainly no one has gone to sleep here at Village Green as we start round 8 in this for the vacant WBU Middleweight Inter-Continental title with the man from Hungary, Jozsef Nagy, pouring it on, and Roland Francis is going to have to pull himself together and dig in.
Well, I tell you what, I can't separate these men after 7 rounds. I've got it even. Fight still balanced on a knife edge, as far as I'm concerned. And I agree, Francis is going to have to dig very deep to turn this fight around.
Yebo umzuliswano esingena kuwo wesishiya galombili nomzuliswano wesikhombisa uthathe kalula kakhulu laphana umfana uJozsef Nagy. Yebo phansi laphana Roland Francis isivakela esibili laphana emhlathini. Inkathazo iqale laphana emzuliswaneni wesithupha uthe uphela ngambona laphana uRoland Francis ebonakala ekhathazeke kakhulu. Umzuliswano wesikhombisa uqale kahle kakhulu kodwa uthathile laphana uNagi. Nalo mzuliswano wesishiyagalombili uyawuthatha ngoba nangu laphana uFrancis uvuka phansi ushawe ibhakela ezimbili esewudle sokunxele laphana emhlathini waguqa ngedolo. Bekuyizibhakela bezibonakala zingenayo ingozi kakhulu.
Well, Francis is at his most dangerous when he's hurt, and you can see why. Fighting back furiously.
Well, it's action now galore as Roland Francis, who found himself on the canvas after taking a short right, dug in, and he's come back with a couple of punches of his own that has really shaken the Hungarian, and there he always throws himself off balance as he tries to land the big haymaker, but the Russian caught him with a clipping right that didn't travel more than like 500 centimeters, and he caught him, and now he pummels him back into the ropes. Once again, Francis is down on one knee. Daryl Robic doing the count. The Hungarian has smelt that he's got his man in trouble. This is not an easy fight for Roland Francis. He makes the count, and now what is going to happen? The man from Hungary has sensed that he could maybe take this fight, but he takes a left hook from Francis. The clinch right above us.
Has pulled a lot of fights out of the fire for Francis, but he's not been given the opportunity.
Francis
he's got
will have to
it's
hold.
the third time down on the canvas, and referee Daryl Rubink calls it off.
Well, there you have it. Daryl Rubink has called it. Francis has gone down. He's a dazed man. He lays right above us here. Daryl Rubink has called the cornermen into the ring. The Hungarian landed a tremendous right hand once again, and this is really a sad moment as we see Roland Francis flat on his back.
Well, he's okay, and that's good news. But the bad news, of course, is that Jozsef Nagy has won the World Boxing Union Inter-Continental middleweight title. And there he is on the road celebrating.
And Bert, this is the kind of matchmaking that we want to see, a sporting gesture by the crowd, giving the man a tremendous round of applause for a good win.
Yes, it turned out to be a very good match indeed, Sam.
Yes, I saw it coming towards the end of round 6. Let's hear the ring announcer.
In 2 minutes, 33 seconds of round number 8. And still, the Intercontinental champion, Jozsef Nagy.
Well, I'm afraid the announcer got that wrong. He's not still the champion, he's the new champion. They were fighting for a vacant title. And now,
ladies and gentlemen, the fight supervisor, Mr. Morris Owen, will now present the belt, the WBU belt, to the winner, Jozsef Nagy.
well, Nagy is actually now both the IBF and the WBU champion, so that's not bad, Brian.
Not bad at all when you think that he tried twice to fight for his national title, couldn't win it, and now he holds both Intercontinental titles in the IBF and the WBU, respectively.
All I can say is that the standard of boxing in Hungary must be pretty good.
Let's take a look at some replay here, but this is just after the first knockdown, and you can see that Francis looked to his corner, he got up, he threw a crushing left hook, he did. That didn't do much to the Hungarian because the Hungarian then forced him back into the ropes. He went down. This is the second time that he went down, and this is the third and last time as we see Nagy boring in on him, catches him behind the head with that one, and that was it.
emzuliswaneni wesithupha uJozsef Nagy umpetha omusha we-WBU Middleweight Championship Inter-Continental lapho ehlula khona uRoland Francis wase-eNingizimu Afrika olwe kahle kakhulu kwasho ukuthi spirit laphana umphefumulo ubumshiya. Lokho-ke sizothatha intambo zethu sizibuyisele phezulu le eGoli eGauteng lapho kuthokomele khona estudio.